Okay. I call this meeting of the Northeast Independent School District to order. Let the record show that a quorum of board members is present, that this meeting has been duly called, and that notice of this meeting has been posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Chapter 551. The board will now adjourn into executive session pursuant to the following sections of the Texas Open Meetings Act. Texas Government Code Section 551.071, private consultation with the board's attorney. 551.072, discussing purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. 551.074, to discuss personnel or to hear complaints against personnel. The time is 5:31. The board will now reconvene into open session. The time is 6:37. On behalf of the trustees, I would like to welcome all of you to this evening's meeting of the Northeast Independent School Board. This is a business meeting of the board held in public. We appreciate your attendance and request your respectful attention. We welcome your comments during matters from the floor section of the agenda. If you signed up to address a specific action agenda item, you will be called at that time. Finally, I would like to remind you that it is the mission of Northeast to challenge and encourage each student to achieve and demonstrate academic excellence, technical skills, and responsible citizenship. Next item.
5, Invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. A, Tex Hill Middle School, Rudy Jimenez. Oh, one moment, please. Oh.
Gracias por todo. Y te queremos a cada estudiante. Un abrazo grande. A ustedes, a ustedes.
Thank you, Ms. Loack, and to the Wood Wrangler Mariachi Group. We really appreciate you being here. What a special way to start off our board meeting tonight.
I know. That's a lot more fun than what we're going to do. Do you agree, Dr. Gottardy? That's true. We still have other students to acknowledge. Well, that was really quite delightful. Thank you for, Maria, I bet you have something to do with that. Laura, it was lovely, just lovely. So impressive. So now I'm not sure where we are, Mrs. Hughey.
We're gonna let Mr. Jimenez and his incredible
Okay.
students get started, I
Good.
think.
Good.
Right, for a split second, I thought they were for me, and I
You can think
President Bresnahan, members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Gottardy, members of executive staff, and guests. It is a pleasure to introduce two of our outstanding students at David Lee Tex Hill Middle School. In the short time Tex Hill Middle School has been open, these students have shown a tremendous amount of school pride, leadership, and academic achievement. First, I'd like to introduce Taylor Zagrecki, who is currently an 8th grader, and I want to share a few of her many accomplishments. She is a treasurer of the National Junior Honor Society. She's a member of the PALS, a member of the academic UIL team, a member of student council, and a member of the dance team. Taylor is here with her parents, Chris and Cindy Zagrecki. Next, I'd like to introduce Davis Blake, who is also an 8th grader. I'd like to highlight a few of his many accomplishments. He is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and PALS. He's a member of Student Council. He's involved in football and in track, and he is a catcher for the South Texas Sliders baseball program. Davis is here with his parents, Steve and Aaron Blake, and his sister, Lena. Taylor will lead us with a thought for the evening, and then Davis will lead us in the pledge to the American flag and the Texas flag. Will everyone please rise?
Dear Heavenly Father, today we are grateful for the countless blessings you have given us, our wonderful schools, and the men and women who have made the Northeast Independent School District as successful as it is. Tonight, I ask you to fill their hearts and minds with faith, hope, and love as they discuss in this meeting, and not only shape our everyday lives, but prepare us for our future. Grant us knowledge and happiness as we put our best foot forward and prepare for our future, near or far. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
The Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Thank you very much. We've got some certificates we'd like to give you. And Taylor and Davis, just a quick question. So what is it that you like most about your middle school? Principals. Except the principal. You can stand up and go to the microphone, both of you. If you'd like to answer the question.
I really like how it's brand new. That's my favorite part.
I like the atmosphere of the school, like how it feels to be in it.
Are you both 7th graders?
8th graders,
So next year on to Johnson.
yes.
Wonderful. Well, we're proud that you're our students. We've got the certificates. Would you like to run up? And Mr. Jimenez here as well. Thank you very much, Davis. Thank you so much. And all the staff, so really appreciate it. Still stay put so they can take baseball. Thanks for coming. You're free to stay. You're free to go. This is probably a good opportunity if you have other things to do. And we're really glad that all of you are here. Next item.
6, matters from executive session. A, personnel, including but not limited to administrative appointments pursuant to Government Code Section 551.074. 1, possible action regarding routine personnel, including but not limited to administrative appointments.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the hiring of new personnel as presented in executive session?
I move that we approve personnel as presented.
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Perkins. Thank you, Mrs. Wolff. There could be no discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Motion carries. Dr. Gottardy, would you like to make some introductions tonight?
Thank you very much, Madam
Sure.
President, board members, ladies and gentlemen. It's my honor this evening to introduce to you a new director for athletics, Ms. Stacy Moore. There's Stacy. Stacy joined the Northeast family in 1996. Prior to being named the director for athletics, she was an instructional specialist at Blossom Athletic Center. Ms. Moore received her Bachelor of Science degree in 1996 from McMurray University and also earned her Master of Education in Teaching degree with Principal Certification from Schreiner University in 1996. Ms. Moore has a total of 18 years in education. Congratulations and welcome, Stacy. We have a new assistant principal at Tuscany Heights Elementary, Miss Elizabeth McCurry. There's Elizabeth. Elizabeth joined the Northeast family in 2011. Prior to being named assistant principal at Tuscany Heights Elementary, she was a teacher at Oak Meadow Elementary School. Ms. McCurry received her Bachelor of Science degree in journalism in 2006 from the University of Texas at Austin and also earned her Master of Education degree in Educational Leadership in 2014 from the University of Texas at San Antonio. Ms. McCurry has a total of 5 years in education. Congratulations, Elizabeth. We have a new assistant principal at Lee High School, Guadalupe Brazino. Guadalupe joined the Northeast family in 2013. Prior to being named assistant principal at Lee, he was an assistant director at the STEM Academy. Mr. Brazino received his Bachelor of Science in Occupational Education degree in 1988 from Wayland Baptist University and also earned his Master of Education degree in Educational Technology in 2002 from the University of Texas at Brownsville. Mr. Brazino has a total of 10 years in education. Congratulations. We have a new assistant principal of Roosevelt High School, Osana Gonzalez. Osana is joining the Northeast family as assistant principal at Roosevelt High School. Prior to this appointment to this position, or prior to this position, she was a Spanish teacher, basketball coach at Clemens High School and Church-Cibolo University Independent School District. Ms. Gonzalez received her Bachelor of Arts in Curriculum and Instruction degree in 2007 and also earned her Master of Education in Spanish degree in 2009. Ms. Gonzalez received both degrees from Texas A&M University. She has a total of 7 years in education. Congratulations and welcome, Osana. And that concludes our introductions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Gottardy, and to all of the individuals that were just named, all the best. Congratulations. I think it's wonderful, and we applaud you for your hard work and what you've earned. And I know you know this, but please, our students and our families are so important to us, and I hope they're as equally important to all of you, and that you remember what your position does for our families and our students, and it's an invaluable service. So thank you very much. Next item.
B, possible action on the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property pursuant to Government Code Section 551.072.
No action.
C, possible action regarding consultation with board's attorney pursuant to Government Code Section 551.071. 1, possible and pending litigation.
No action.
7, comments from board members.
There was something that I wanted to discuss, to comment upon. However, I'm going to wait till a later date, but I believe there was another board member who wanted to make some comments and take a point of privilege? Can we do
Yes.
that?
I would like to. Can I do that now or later? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Many of you know that my day job is actually working for San Antonio Water System, and I'm glad that we have a nice full room here today because I had a great opportunity to see my volunteerism on the board and my day job kind of converge last Thursday morning. Two of our schools, as you probably know, Jackson Keller Middle School and Colonial Hills Elementary School, suffered a water main break right in between the schools, right in the middle of the street. And I get a situation report from SAWS, and I got a text from Northeast. And so I'm in a bit of a panic going, okay, those are my schools, and I work for SAWS. Great, I'm happy to represent. I get over there, I thought it was fairly early, 7:30. And can I just say that I'm so proud of the people that we have at Northeast. Started off at Jackson Keller. Principal Deason was just like, oh yeah, we've got this under control. We've already blocked off our bathrooms. We've set up a custodian to dump water in there to help the kids wash and flush the toilets. We're good, we're fine. I asked her if she needed anything. She was like, no, we got a call at 5:30 this morning. Kind of looked at me like, where have you been? And then I went across the street and saw Principal Mascaro. And she's like, oh, no, we're fine. I think we got a tanker truck coming in a few minutes, so we're going to be fine. I just was so impressed that I was completely not needed. But at the same time, it was really wonderful to see non-panic and really in control of how our principals, their administration, their teachers, were just not panicking when your school is out of water. That's kind of a big deal to me. And it did not seem that way. So I was incredibly impressed. And so I just wanted to let everyone know that that was better than I had ever expected.
Well, we appreciate you sharing that with us, and it does mean a lot to us, and I'm sure that makes you very proud, Dr. Clary.
Absolutely. It makes me very proud to hear, obviously from one of my bosses, but more importantly, it's very refreshing to know that our campus administrators are on top of pretty much everything that's going on a daily basis. Not only are we incredibly proud of our school principals and the teachers and the counselors, but obviously central office staff was also there that day. Many maintenance, custodial staff, in Mr. Clary's division of operations that helped out, as well as from Dr. Donna Newman's division with campus administration. So thank you for making note of that. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mrs. Wolff. Next item.
8 recognitions. A, Churchill Volleyball State Final Four.
Dr. Newman.
Thank you, President Bresnahan, members of the board, Dr. Gottardy, executive staff, and guests. At this time, I would like to call Mr. Jerry Comalander, our Executive Director for Athletics, up to the podium to address this item.
Thank you, Dr. Newman. President Bresnahan, Dr. Gottardy, members of the board, and guests. What a privilege it is for me to be here once again to recognize some of Northeast's finest students. Finest not only on the gym floor, but also academically. They are outstanding young ladies, and it is absolutely a pleasure for me to be here. In Class 6A, there are some 245 schools in the state of Texas. Churchill High School's volleyball team finished second in the state in 2013. They didn't get second this year. They were third, but we all know they were second.
Oh, okay.
And so how special is that you get to the Final Four and then you repeat that again the next year? That is a very special honor for these young ladies. Before I introduce the young ladies, I would like to recognize Ms. Karen Funk, who will be assuming my duties next year. She is the Executive Director of Athletics, and she takes over February 1. Karen? I would like to also recognize the principal at Churchill High School. We can't do any extracurricular activities without the cooperation of our principals. Mr. Justin Oxley, thank you for your support. The coach of the Lady Chargers is a lady that's been there for several years. She received a plaque in the middle of volleyball season this year for some 600 victories. That is a special accomplishment and a milestone for this lady. Joanne Hulgren is the coach of the Lady Chargers. Joanne.
Coach Comalander, before you start, we've got parents. They're welcome to come up here and stand over here if they would like to take pictures. There are a few
Sure.
seats, not many, but please, so you can see your kids. There's one seat over here and maybe, yeah. So you don't have to stand back there.
Get better pictures.
Better pictures, yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Comalander.
Thank you. Okay, the first young lady is a senior on the team, Sam Miller. Carly York was an All-State. She's a senior. She's All-State and Express News Player of the Year. Another senior, Elise Laird. A junior, Alex Stroud. A junior, Abby Buckingham. A senior, Charlene Coupe. A junior, Brian Caitlin Walker. A junior, Yasmin Atei. A senior, Darian Guilford. A junior, Morgan Vachik. A junior, Natalie Gerwitz. A junior, Lauren Guerra. A junior, Casey Volts. A junior, Ashlyn Tice. A senior, Ashley Dominguez. Junior, Summer Gonzalez. Another All-State player and All-City Super Team, a senior, Taylor Martinez. A freshman, Kate Buckingham. A freshman, Hannah Lopez. And one of the managers, Hunter Atherton. I think you can see from the number of underclassmen that were called out, these young ladies may very well make it 3 in a row, but what a special accomplishment, twice in a row to the Final Four in the state of Texas. I believe there will be some pictures taken at this time, and if there are any parents outside would like to come in and take some pictures of their own, please feel free to come in.
Find a friend, stand next to her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Ladies, y'all were so classy on TV.
So pretty.
Look at it. Oxy feels short. You feel short.
Really? Poor Brooke.
Are we out of the way?
The new commercials for Go Public are ready. Are ready to come out? Just in second. Oh, cool. Oh, they're so cute. So darn cute. This is the girl who's so good. Standing ovation. Wow. So beautiful.
Right.
Wow. Going for the goal. So cool. Put it on, Brian. You can put it on.
That's sweet.
You know, he's gone to those and he has just loved Jerry tends to go right to the next one, so you can try to see.
The next group that we're going to recognize tonight is the Reagan Rattler football team. Again, in 200 out of 245 schools in the state of Texas, the Rattlers made it to the Final Eight. They were a quarterfinalist, and that is a very special accomplishment. Coach Wetzel has been at Reagan now for a number of years. They are a perennial playoff team. He is on business tonight and will not be present, but we'll recognize some of their coaches in just a few moments. I would like to recognize the principal, who, as I said before, we cannot have extracurricular activities without the support of the campus administration. Brenda Shelton, please stand. All right, this is a large squad, and we will start with Matt Roberts, a junior. Another junior, Connor Heffron. This young man makes me feel, I won't say old, I'll just say mature, because I coached his father.
Oh, wow, how fun.
A sophomore, Turner Davison. A senior, Alex Webb. A junior, Leighton Leone. Another junior, Skylar Wetzel. A senior, Jardine Walker Chambers. A senior, Zach Morrow. A sophomore, Cade Bormet. A senior, Garrett Strauss. A sophomore, Kellen Mond. I failed to announce, and I'd like to go back. Alex, where are you? Alex was an All-City player, and Garrett Strauss was All-City and honorable mention All-State. A junior, Tyler Leiser. A sophomore, Kyle Anderson. A senior, Ryan Hartzman. A senior, Carlos Ordonez. A junior, Tyreek Holloman. A senior, Tyler Brenner. A senior, Mark Duncan. Junior, Vince Hunter. Sophomore, Marquise Duncan. Junior, Cody Martinez. Sophomore, Jake Hoggett. Junior, Patton Williams. Junior, Ruben Villegas.
They're absolutely adorable. I'd never have caught
Senior, Jake Colleen. Junior, Ian Leslie.
Seriously.
Senior, Joseph Kanata. Junior, Damian Peterson. Senior, Christian English. Senior, Brooks Sadoff. Brooks was an All-City player at linebacker, and he is also an honorable mention All-State player.
Yeah, it all got out of order.
Senior, Inaki Lopez. Sophomore, Jonathan Cox.
That's your game for later as you change and get your right one.
Senior, Thomas Cox.
It all gets out of order.
Senior, Tyler Bullock. Junior, Jacob McQueen. Senior, Joey Cantu.
It's just so you have something to hold for your pictures.
Junior, Brett Lester.
He was way early. It was out of Lester.
Another All-City player, a senior, Patrick Riley. A senior, Tristan Morrow. A senior, Andrew Hernandez.
He was in line waiting.
A senior, Andrew Amatrano.
Hey, so I hope you can forget.
A senior, Logan Kosmatka.
All the deals.
A senior,
Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Alex Wessling, All-City, honorable mention All-State. A senior, Jake Jarvie. A junior, Connor Jones. A junior, Rhett Ashby. A senior, Jordan Grunhofer. A junior, Jimmy Smith. A junior, Cody Moore. A senior, Matthew Espinosa. A sophomore, Derek Kerstetter. A junior, a senior, Abby Chamanay. That was close anyway. I apologize, young man. A senior, Stephen Leal. A senior, Connor Cattell. A senior, Doss Ernst. A junior, Ryan Sullivan. A junior, Joe Latronico. A senior, Ben Konetsky. A senior, Kevin Helm. A junior, Jackson Brown. A senior, Nate Atkinson. A junior, Brooks Roy. A junior, Blake Bliss. A senior, Luke Mitchum. A senior, Callaway Metcalf. A senior, Eric Witherspoon. A junior, Cody Smith. A sophomore, Cody Fox. A sophomore, Josh Agbona. And I believe I missed Ethan Crawford. Ethan, where's Ethan? And a junior, Josh Vinson. That get all the players? Guys still like to play football, don't they? I'd like to recognize the coaches at this time. The first assistant, Blake Ferris. Another first assistant, Lyndon Hamilton. Coach Ryan Byer. Coach Chance Chapman. Coach Cy Douglas. Coach Andrew Roars. Coach Phil Steiner. And the trainer, Jamie Howard. This is the quarterfinalist, Reagan Rattlers. Congratulations, fellas. Some of you need to be on the other side, balance it out.
That'd be a good picture on the webpage tomorrow. Some of y'all go sit over here. No, we're kidding. You'll be in trouble. Look at Stan. You can't take me out in public. They could always jump on each other's shoulders. No, don't. Again, don't listen to me. All right. Ducks? Ducks, you think? I don't want them to, though. Yeah. Yeah, you guys here in the back, y'all want to do nothing. Just congratulations. What are they going to do? Something awesome. That's okay. I just wanted to tell them they were so cute, but I guess I didn't sound bad. Some of them you just probably not. They're adorable.
I believe there's an important game on.
So cute.
Certificate is.
Think after mama or dad?
That's cute.
Thank you very much, President Bresnahan, Dr. Gottardy. It's hard to keep 86 football players totally quiet, and I think most people would recognize that they weren't very quiet on the field. They were outstanding, as well as that volleyball team. And it's been a privilege of mine to do this for a long time, and I just want to thank you very much for allowing us to recognize young people that represent our schools. That is very special. Thank you.
Well, we thank you, and we love having them here. They're wonderful.
Mr. President, I think it would be fitting to say that this very well could be Coach Jerry Comelander's last board meeting, so I think we owe him a huge round of applause. Thank you.
And so it's official, but he's welcome back inside.
You know, I think he's clapping inside that this is his last board meeting.
This is almost 500.
Well, it may be his last board meeting in official capacity.
Yes.
But there's always at least one Monday night every month. Mr. Comelander, we'd love to have you come over here and enjoy the festivities.
You're always welcome. And boys like to play football, and we like to watch football. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Here, there's your voice.
I sure am. Okay, next item.
C, Madison High School FFA Chapter Gold Rating Achievement.
Dr. Newman?
No, that's Ms. Hawkins. Ms. Hawkins.
Oh, sorry. Ms.
That's
Hawkins.
okay. Thank you, President
Yes,
Bresnahan,
thank you.
board members, and Dr. Gottardy. I would like to invite Doug Stewart, our Director of the Agri-Science Magnet
Yeah.
Program, to the podium to lead this recognition.
Well, President Bresnahan, members of the Board of Trustees, as well as Dr. Gottardy, members of the executive staff, and our guests this evening. I wanted to take a moment to recognize some outstanding effort of our students this past October at the National FFA Convention in Louisville, Kentucky. We have 11 students in the room tonight that we're going to bestow some honors on. But before that, I'd also like to introduce some other folks that are with us. Each of these students have brought parents with them as well tonight. So the parents of our students, if y'all wouldn't mind, just wave your hand at the crowd and let them know that y'all are here as well. Thank y'all for coming and supporting. Of course, I have two of our outstanding FFA advisors in the room as well. On the front row there, we have Miss Janelle McMullen and Catherine Wall. And I don't know if any of y'all remember Catherine, probably in about, what was that, 2006, was actually one of these students in the audience getting, from the Northeast Independent School District, getting this award recognition as one of our former students, too. And then, of course, none of this could be done without the guidance and direction of our leader on our campus, our principal, Dr. Deborah Seves-Torres. She's with us as well. The National FFA organization is an organization of nearly 500,000 students in the United States. And in the 500,000 students here in Texas, we just set a record this past year of 100,000 students being members of the FFA in the state of Texas. And again, I know that this board recognizes that the program at James Madison High School there with the Agri-Science Magnet Program is the largest in the state of Texas, and we still retain that to this date. And that's out of 1,038 active chapters in the state of Texas. So again, thank y'all for your support. Thank you for all that you do in guiding and helping us and directing us along that way. And so tonight I would like to introduce our members of our national award-winning team, our gold rating, here with us. First off, I'd like to introduce Olivia Wise-Dent. She's a sophomore with us there at James Madison High School. So Olivia. Right over there, Olivia. Katarina Ponce, also a sophomore with us at James Madison High School. They do have a good time.
That's the point.
Miss Michaela Sorrells, sophomore. Miss Daniela Burleson. Daniela is a junior. And Joshua Celine, another junior. We do have some height in our ag department as well. Mia Boone, a junior. Miss Jessica Glass, she's a senior. Miss Catherine Kendrick, a junior. Mr. Jordan Rayberg, he is a senior. And Miss Savannah Stewart, graduating senior with us. And Mr. Jordan Doria, a sophomore. Again, we thank you for this honor. Each of these students wear their blue and gold proudly every day as they represent Northeast Independent School District.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart, and we appreciate all that you do, and we are equally as proud of all the FFA students. We like FFA just as much as we like football.
That's right. Get everybody in there. We don't have to worry about it.
They're so cute.
They should get a standing ovation too. They did for the boys and the girls.
Okay, come on. You're right. Thanks, Jim. Are you ready, Dr. Gottardy? You are next item. Oh, sorry. Go
9
ahead.
presentations. A, January Board Recognition Month. Did you want to say something first?
Oh, yes, I would like to thank the Northeast Council of PTA members for a fabulous dinner. Would you all please stand up so we can acknowledge you properly?
And Madison for dessert.
Okay, who made the chili? Chili was really good.
Oh, should have. And what about the chicken soup?
We're going to start marketing.
And what about the little salad with the sunflower seeds was fabulous. Yeah, I like that.
Rolls were good.
Yeah, everything was good.
Everything was good.
And
Everything's
dessert
good.
by Madison.
Yes, Madison, thank you so much for the dessert. And to the council ladies, I just thank you so much for everything that you do. I was really heartened when my daughter came home for holiday break. She lives in Washington, D.C., and she said that the PTAs around the Capitol were selling holly wreaths to everyone. And she said, Mom, You should have seen those PTA ladies. And I said, I have seen them right here.
Hello, and
So-
right here.
And so I loved the fact that this is something that goes on all over our country, and the fact that she noticed that. She said it was so sweet and so special. So I know that there are students and people like us noticing all of you, and we couldn't do it without any of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Madison, I don't know, is Dr. Acevedo is your main person from the school here, the chef? I'm sorry. Mr. Stolansky, no. Mr.
No, that's wrong.
Yours is, I'm sorry, I've forgotten now. Will you thank him? And it was delicious. So our clothes are now tighter than they were before we got here. Thank you very much. Well, you did a good job, and so did all of the students. So it means a lot to us. It's a real treat. Dr. Gottardy.
Thank you, Madam President.
I tried to go
Board
fast.
members, ladies and gentlemen, January is School Board Recognition Month. As you can tell by all the posters and the different banners in the room, the staff and the students in Northeast Independent School District want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our school board, to these citizens who serve our children and represent their individual district communities. Our board members contribute hundreds and hundreds of hours each year governing our school district. Whether that's crafting policies on a Monday night, listening to staff and student concerns, or recognizing outstanding programs just like we've had tonight, our board members always keep their eyes on the goal of student achievement and student success in and out of the classroom. The time spent in board meetings represents just a small fraction. It's going around up here right now. The time spent in board meetings represents just a small fraction of the hours our school board members devote to their jobs. They work hard at seminars and training sessions to keep abreast of the latest changes in state and federal regulations and learn trends in educational leadership. They also are deeply involved in community activities and spend many hours in the school and at many hundreds of extracurricular activities. Their love of learning and concern and caring for all students, staff, and the community drive board members' desire to ensure every student is successful. At this time, it is really my honor and my privilege tonight to present the Board of Trustees, each one of you, with a certificate of appreciation. Ms. King will help me present those to you as soon as the video quits scrolling. But as you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, obviously our school board is so valuable to what we do in the school district on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Ms. King will hand each one of you a certificate on our behalf. And this is just a small token of our thanks and our appreciation for what you guys do for the school district, for the 68,000 students, the 9,000 staff members, and the hundreds of thousands of community that take such an active interest in this school district. And on a side note, ladies and gentlemen, the communications department asked each of the schools to do something creative, something that the kids could enjoy, that they could give to the board members. And I can tell you that many of our board members are going to have to go home and get their spouse's truck or their trailer because they can't haul everything home with what they.
Can I go bring a tub out to show?
You're welcome, Sandy, to bring a tub out just to show the appreciation from our staff and our students throughout the school district. So, Ms. King, why don't we start out by giving out a certificate to Ms. Letty Bresnahan? Shannon Grona, who unfortunately could not be with us this evening. Brigitte Perkins. Many of you had several blessings on December 25th. Our board members had great blessings on December 25th and January the 12th. Ed White. Mr. Jim Wheat. Mrs. Sandy Wolff. And Mrs. Sandy Hughey. On behalf of the students, the staff, the community, the district, again, thank you so much for what you do to help make this district so special and such a great success all the time. Thank you so much. Oh, and there's one more video.
Thank you for making my school district the best school district. For working so hard for all of us. Thank you, school board members, for everything. We appreciate you. crew at Stonick Elementary School. We heard that this January is Board Appreciation Month, and so the Bobcat crew and our fellow students want to send you a world of thanks. Kamsahamnida. Obrigado. Khun kha. Gracias. Спасибо. Dhanyawad. Dankeschön. Merci. Arigatou gozaimasu. Nandri. Lenva.
Getting a copy of that, right?
So thank you
That's
very
pretty
much.
cute.
It was precious. Thanks, Chuck. It's so important, and it's so, I don't know what else to say, but it's just to be part of something that really matters. And what really matters is public education. So we are thrilled, as all 7 of us, to serve in this capacity. And we do get paid every day by all of you, by our 68,000 students, our volunteers, our faculty, our executive leadership. I cannot tell you how much it means to us to be board members. So it's a privilege, and it's something that we'll never forget. And again, there's nothing more important than public education. So the fact that we have an impact on such an institution is without words. So thank you for recognizing all of us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think I'm going ahead and pass on the rest of the meeting to Sammy, because I'm just losing my voice.
But she says she doesn't feel bad, so.
I
yay.
don't, I feel fine, I've just lost my voice.
All right, our next item is under presentations B, Citizens Bond Advisory Committee Annual Report to the Board of Trustees.
No action on that tonight.
Okay. 10, new business for possible board action. A, resolutions. 1, possible action regarding Mentor Month. And that would be Ms. Chancellor. And it's going to be Ms. Pate instead.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board, Dr. Gottardy, executive staff, and guests. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak with you this evening regarding Mentor Month. The month of January 2015 has been designated as National Mentor Month. Mentors represent business leaders, employees, community leaders, volunteers, and parents who support the Northeast Independent School District's programs. These volunteers provide mentoring for students of all levels, K through 12, to provide many opportunities to learn new skills, succeed academically, acquire knowledge, and make wise choices. On average, mentors volunteer 1 hour a week to provide help and support to students. Studies have shown that school-based mentoring programs provide positive outcomes for students. Every year, the volunteer program strives to increase the number of mentors at NEISD through outreach and trainings. I have to mention our Northeast Council of PTAs. Without their support, our district volunteer and our mentor program would not be as successful as it is. Tonight, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the leaders of the PTA Council. The officers are, and please come forward when I say your name, Tanya Gill, President. First Vice President, Monica Pipes. Second Vice President, Rosemary Robledo. Fourth Vice President, Cindy Zagrecki. Parliamentarian, Shelly Cicchini. Historian, Jennifer Easley. And I believe that's all that's with us tonight. I got them all right. Oh, Kim Barnes, yes, Secretary. With their support of the NEISD Volunteer and Mentor Program, our district mentors can continue to provide positive role models to our students. Thank you for all that you do for our students. Members of the board, because of the enormous efforts of all of our mentors and volunteers, I'm asking you to support the Mentor Month resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Page. I didn't get the memo. Shelley wanted to stand out in the picture.
Put her on the end. So we can afford it. That was funny. Thank you again. Oh my gosh. That's great. Thank you.
No. Yes. Gotta leave someone. She wants to go take the food. Ah, no. We can get seconds later now. Thank you so much, Council. We really do appreciate it. And, you know, some of us have a very, very long connection to PTA, so we've been where you were. So thank you so much. Board, I need a motion, please, to approve the resolution recognizing January 2015 as Mentor Month.
So excited to approve it.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins. Thank you, Mr. Wheat. Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Pate. Next item is 2, possible action regarding Rodeo Day. Ms. Hawkins?
Thank you, Mrs. Hughey. I'd like to ask Mr. Stewart to go back to the podium, and he will present this resolution.
Well, good evening again. President Bresnahan, Board of Trustees, Dr. Gottardy, our executive staff and guests. The San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo is a main event here in the city of San Antonio and throughout all of Texas, and is known well throughout. And the rodeo will be held this year from February 12th through March the 1st, 2015. For those in the audience, you may not be aware of their financial commitment to scholarships, grants, endowments, through things such as their auctions and calf scramble and Western art shows that they do, to a tune of over $147.9 million to date. So in addition, each year they also provide scholarships locally for students in Northeast Independent School District, and specifically to students of our James Madison FFA chapter. So with this rich history of over 38 years now with the James Madison FFA, we've enjoyed a great relationship and have been a benefactor of that. And tonight I'd like to introduce our James Madison FFA officer team that is in attendance. We have Miss Catherine Kendrick. I got to meet these a little earlier tonight. Miss Savannah Stewart, Jordan Rayberg, and Olivia Wise-Dent. And they are 4 of our 10 officers that run our daily operations. And of course, we made mention of our advisors and our principal that is in attendance too tonight. But at this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Catherine Kendrick, First Vice President of the James Madison FFA chapter, to present the resolution to the Board of Trustees for your consideration.
Resolution Recognition Northeast Independent School District Rodeo Day. Whereas the 4,000 volunteers of the San Antonio Livestock Exposition, SAIL, continue to provide a rich tradition and history of stewardship to the community, agricultural industry, and youth of Texas. And whereas SAIL has grown to be one of the largest and most prestigious single events in San Antonio, providing over 1 million visitors with wholesome family entertainment and education that celebrates agricultural literacy and appreciation of the Western lifestyle. And whereas since 1950, the SAIL educational commitment exceeds $147.9 million, with $11.8 million committed in 2014 in the form of scholarships, grants, endowments, auctions, calf scramble programs, and show premiums paid to youth. And whereas to date, the SAIL has awarded $345,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors of the James Madison FFA to study agricultural at the post-secondary level. And whereas the SAIL has donated equipment and provided co-curricular activities, including career development events, school tours, and the world's largest livestock show for the students of the Northeast Independent School District. And it is respectfully requested that the members of the Board of Trustees of Northeast Independent School District do hereby proclaim February 13th as Rodeo Day.
Thank you so much. Board, I'd like a motion, please, to approve the resolution proclaiming February. And that was Mr. Wheat? Mr. White. Mr. White. Thank you. And a second?
Second.
Got 2 seconds, okay. We'll go with Ms. Wolff. Okay. Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you so much, Mr. Stewart. Thank you so much for what you do for our incredible students. On a personal note, you know I tend to brag about y'all a little bit. Just this past Saturday at a dinner, sharing with everyone there about our incredible ag program. So it's always so great to carry your story everywhere with us. Also, on another side note, I really appreciate, I know there's been an ag student that was injured right before Christmas break, and the care and concern that y'all have shown her has just been so wonderful. So I'm so grateful that a special person like that has an incredible group of people like you to help her through this rough time. So thanks so much. Thank you. All right, the next item is 3 possible action regarding National School Counseling Week, and that's Ms. Hawkins again.
Thank you, Mrs. Hughey. At this time, I'd like to invite Joy Culpepper, our Director of Guidance Services, to the podium, and she'll present this resolution.
Good evening, President Bresnahan, board members, Dr. Gottardy, executive staff, and our guests tonight. The week of February 2nd through 6th, 2015 has been designated by the American School Counselor Association as National School Counseling Week. This week highlights the tremendous impact school counselors have in helping students achieve school success and plan for a career. NEISD school counselors implement comprehensive developmental guidance and counseling programs, a vital part of the educational process for all students as they meet the challenges of the 21st century. School counselors work in partnership with parents and guardians as they encounter the challenges of raising children in today's world. These dedicated professionals help students focus on academic, personal, social, and career development to ensure success in school and future fulfillment as responsible members of society. School counselor roles encompass promoting college and career readiness, educating every student on the importance of choosing rigorous courses, increasing student achievement through membership on the campus leadership team, providing information regarding ever-changing graduation requirements and calculation of class rank, affording equitable access to post-secondary opportunities, and personalizing each student's educational experience. Would those counselors present tonight please stand and be recognized? And keep standing. I would like to say all 3 levels are here. Give us a wave. We have Sammy Mulcahy from Stono. Give us a little wave. Tracy Fazzone at STEM at Lee High School. Kathy Johnson at Eisenhower Middle School. Celeste Camp at Madison High School. Dennis Mergel, Coordinator for Guidance Services. We have Height on our team as well. We have Suzanne Wendorf at Bush Middle School. And we have Michelle Howard, lead counselor at Roosevelt High School. Thank you, counselors. Tonight, we ask that you recognize February 2nd through 6th, 2015 as National School Counseling Week.
Thank you, Ms. Culpepper. And I'd like to say I know that with recent legislation, our counselors have really had a lot on their plate with HB 5 and all the challenges and changes going on there. So that's really put y'all in the spotlight, and I'm very proud that we're able to say that our counselors have really stood up to that, and y'all have been tremendous. I know that was a lot, too, and it still is, so thank you so much for all of that. To the board, yes?
I was going to move.
So we have a motion to proclaim the week of February 2 through 6, 2015 as National School Counseling Week, and a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Wolff. Thank you, Ms. Perkins. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? How could you? Thank you so much. The motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Culpepper. Thank you to all of our counselors. We truly appreciate everything that you're doing for our children. Next item is B, Board Policy. 1, possible action regarding Board Policy Northeast ISD Heroes Stadium Enshrinement Criteria and Process. First reading. Dr. Gottardy?
Thank you, Madam Secretary, Madam President, board members, ladies and gentlemen. Board members, for several years now, Heroes Stadium has been opened to many, many different athletic events. One of the things that this Board of Trustees, as well as the executive staff, talked about some time ago was the idea of honoring heroes that have been a major success as part of the Northeast Independent School District. And that's therefore the reasoning why, for the most part, that the stadium was named Hero Stadium, for us to, at some point, come back and honor those rare individuals who have made a real mark on some kind of event or some kind of success here at the Northeast School District. So what we've brought forward to you tonight is absolutely the first reading of a new board policy where our executive staff has put together a draft of the first reading where we can bring to you in the future people who we believe deserve to be honored as heroes at Hero Stadium. So I encourage you to take the first draft of this board policy. We will hopefully bring back to you at the February board meeting, second reading, and then we will begin this process. So anyway, should you have questions between now and February, staff would be glad to answer those questions. If not, we will bring back to you in February second reading so that we can begin the idea of honoring heroes at Hero Stadium.
Thank you. Do board members have any questions for Dr. Gottardy? Okay. All right, so I encourage everyone to, we'll get to work on this. So thank you so much. Do I have a motion to approve the first reading of the enshrinement criteria and process as presented?
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins. Thank you, Mr.
Second.
White. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Thank you. The motion carries. Next item, 2, possible action regarding board policy EIC local, second reading. And this is Ms. Hawkins.
Thank you, Mrs. Hughey. Tonight, we are bringing EIC Local second reading to you. Joy Culpepper, Director of Guidance, is here if you have any questions. Otherwise, we are asking your consideration for approval.
Does anyone have questions of Ms. Culpepper on this reading? No? All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve and adopt the first reading of proposed, I'm sorry, the motion says first on there. I'm sorry, I'm just reading right off of this. So this is the second reading of the proposed board policy EIC local.
So moved.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. White. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Hawkins. Thank you, Ms. Culpepper. 3, possible action regarding board policy CKE local, second and final reading. And that's Mr. Clary.
Thank you, Madam Secretary, members of the board, Dr. Gottardy. This is the second and final reading, and Chief McCampbell is here to answer any questions. Other than that, if you have no questions, we would ask for your favorable consideration to the update of this policy.
Does any board member have questions for the Chief or Mr. Clary? All right, I'll entertain a motion to
Move.
approve the second and final reading of board policy CKE local as presented.
I so move.
Thank you, Mr. White, and a second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Wolff. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, and the motion carries. Next item is C, consent. 1, instruction. A, 2015-2016 proposed Castle Hills and Academy of Creative Education calendars. 2, business services. A, bid items. 3, operations. A, 2011 bond program, athletic, fine arts, and JROTC facilities, sports flooring installation project bid award approval. B, easements for drainage, streets, utilities, and various service agreements to support construction of the district's 2011 bond program project at Reagan High School. C, professional services contracts, construction contracts, and related contract amendments supporting the district's 2011 bond program's design and construction requirements. 4, minutes from December 2014. 5, end of consent. And we will be pulling the minutes from December 2014 to approve at a later date.
And I need to pull C3C.
C3C.
I need to recuse myself from that one.
Right. Do I have a motion to approve consent without C3C and the minutes from December 2014?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. There can be no discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Ms. Wolff will take C, professional services contracts, for you to recuse yourself from this vote. Do I have a motion to approve C as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Perkins. Thank you, Mr. White. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And recuse. Thank you. Next item, 11, reports. A, financial statement, review of expenditures, and those were provided for your review. B, quarterly investment report as of December 31, 2014, which was also provided for your review. 12, matters from the floor. There it is. Okay. The trustees welcome comments from members of the public during this time of the meeting. Generally, board members do not respond to public comments during the meeting, although members may request further information or a future agenda item on a matter raised during public comment. As explained fully in the board's written procedures for this time, the matters from the floor portion is a limited public forum. Accordingly, speakers may present on a topic related to district business for up to 5 minutes, but are not permitted to make 1, personal complaints about an individual staff or board member that should be raised during the district's grievance process, 2, a personnel action, 3, a student disciplinary matter, 4, a complaint about a particular student, 5, pending litigation. Any person who persists in speaking on these topics after being directed not to do so will lose the remainder of their time to speak and may lose their privilege of addressing the board at future meetings. We also welcome written comments at any time, either through email at board@neisd.net or by mail, care of the Superintendent's Office at 8961 Tesoro, 6th floor, San Antonio, 78217. And our first one is Selena Valdez. And if you'll state your name and address.
My name is Selena Valdez. My address is 9033 Arrow Drive. Thank you, President. Raise your hand, members of the school board, Superintendent Gottardy, members of the executive staff, and guests. As president of the Northeast Education Association, I would like to extend a thank you for your commitment to teachers and all school employees. We enjoy working with all of you, and we continue to want to build our relationship together. In honor of everything that y'all do, Northeast Education Association would like to give you each of a gift, and that would be coming from the Northeast Executive Board, our campus leaders, and all of our members. Again, I would like to thank you just for your continued service and your commitment. Thank you. If we could present our gift to you, I'd really appreciate it. It's a little lunchbox, and it's got little goodies in it for each of y'all, okay? Thanks.
Thank you, Selena. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So nice. Thank you.
Thank you. That's really cute. Thank you. Thank you so much. And oh boy, more snacks.
Thank you.
You can just give it to Marie. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Thank you. Didn't put you on the spot there or anything. No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Patsy Esterline.
It's so cute. I don't have a lunchbox.
Good evening, Madam President, board members, Dr. Gottardy, executive staff, and guests. My name is Patsy Esterline, and I'm with the Northeast American Federation of Teachers, and our address is 6800 Park 10, Suite 123 North. First, I'd like to echo Selena's words. Thank you very much for your selfless duty that you give to all of Northeast, the 68,000 students, the faculty and staff, executive staff. You know, we appreciate what you do. So, thank you. We don't say it often enough. The district has tried to address the issues of parity across the schools through several bond issues. However, one area that has been overlooked is athletic fields, gyms, and locker rooms. One frustrated coach told me that when his players from a Title I school walked into the facilities at a school north of 1604, the students were overwhelmed. They kept saying, "These kids must be really good to deserve this gym." The bleachers were steel and plastic, not wood, and there were tons of them. The bathrooms were next to the gym, and they had soap dispensers that automatically worked along with the paper towel dispenser that you pushed. The bathrooms were bright and clean. There was an actual concession stand that was built in with a window for selling the items, not just tables put together outside in a hallway. The table where the scorekeeper sat was lit up with the name of the school displayed. His players were mentally defeated before the first ball was tossed. And throughout the games, the coaches kept telling the players, "Guys, you're just as good as they are. You're just as good as your opponents are." But this isn't fair. How does one explain that your facilities have not been renovated in several years? How does one explain the differences between the two schools that are located in the same district? We can't, so we must do better. On another topic, while the calendar for the 2015-2016 school year was approved by you, the teacher need was neglected. When returning from the winter break, teachers need a professional work day before the second semester starts. We would ask that the professional development day in February be changed to January the 4th, 2016. We used to have a work day when we came back from the semester, and we really need that back. Judson ISD had 2 work days on January 5th and 6th. While Northeast began classes immediately on the first day back, January 5th. Judson students didn't go back until Wednesday, January 7th. Northeast AFT is not asking for 2 days, just 1. We're asking that January 4th, 2016 be a work day. Thank you.
Isabella Layton. I hope I said that right.
Good evening, board members. I would like to begin my presentation by telling you a little bit about myself.
Okay, could you please state your name and your address? We need it for our records.
It's Isabella Marie Layton, and my address is 14734 Bending Point.
Thank you.
I am currently a student at the Engineering and Technologies Academy, also known as ETA, where I transferred after I graduated from the Kruger School of Applied Technologies, known as KSAT. It was during my years at KSAT where I was first introduced to the fascinating world of rocketry. All 8th graders in KSAT are presented with the opportunity to participate in the Team America Rocketry Challenge, known as TARC, which is the world's largest rocketry competition. I can proudly say that our 3-girl team qualified for the TARC finals in 2012, and, as many of you may remember, we took home the 2nd place trophy, becoming the first team in the history of KSATs to place in the top 10 finalists, raking in more than $5,000 for our school. All of this was possible through KSAT funding. Once in ETA, I did not want to give up all the knowledge and skills that I had gained in my years at KSAT, nor close the door on opportunities which were offered to us through our success in the competition. However, the structure that had helped us achieve that success was no longer there as we transitioned into high school. Our team had already proven that we were capable of succeeding with the support that we were given, but now we were faced with the reality that all the materials we needed to build our prototypes and the equipment and tools were no longer provided to us. And neither were other expenses such as traveling fares or even the entry fee to the competition. In our case, our parents were able to provide us with the $50 per team member to cover the entry fee. The parents of other students may not have had the ability to do that. However, later on, our team was in need of a couple of $1,000s, and that, of course, was a whole different story. That is what brings me here today. The utter importance of allowing the student body to freely fundraise on behalf of student organizations. Coming into school this year, these organizations were informed that the student body is no longer allowed to sell snacks during the school day, which leaves us at a great disadvantage, given that over the years, I have learned that the bulk of our profits derive from the selling of snacks during the school day. Snacks are easy to get, inexpensive, and they sell really quickly. Additionally, these snacks can be tremendously helpful to our student body. As you may know, a big part of the students eat breakfast before 8:30 a.m. Sometimes students may be running late and don't have the chance to stop and eat breakfast at all. These two factors, combined with the fact that many students have later lunch periods, makes the selling of concessions a win-win situation. Having the ability to not only satisfy that hunger, which will enable students to feel good, so that they may continue to speed through a productive day at their lane, but to also build a sense of community as students help sponsor their peers in their endeavors, is again a win-win situation. I do see how the sale of snacks could become a health concern. However, it doesn't have to be. Our products are healthy options and consist of crackers, pretzels, popcorn, granola bars, etc. And all these funds can help sponsor these student organizations so that they can succeed in their endeavors in representing our district in events around the country. I would also like to clarify that our sales never interrupt or distract students in the classroom. On the contrary, transactions took place during lunch or within passing periods, and if allowed, sales would continue that way. Now, backtracking a bit to my 9th grade. Since we had the opportunity to sell freely, my team and I were able to make our deadline without either a further massive sacrifice from our parents or a complete inability to attend the competition. And, due to our amazing performance, we were invited that same year on an all-expense-paid trip to Washington so that we, the famed Rocketry Girls, could represent our state, our city, our school district, and our school at the 2013 White House Science Fair in Washington, D.C., where our team had the honor to present our work to very distinguished attendees, among them Bill Nye the Science Guy, the Secretary of Education, and the President himself. All of this made possible through our ability to make those sales. Allowing students to sell snacks at points during the school day is a crucial factor in allowing students to participate in extracurricular activities. There's no other way to put it. Taking away this liberty severely limits all the possibilities that could have been, the opportunity for us to shine. So I leave you with a final question. Would you take away these once-in-a-lifetime opportunities from your child? Would you limit them even when you know success is only one sale away? Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Isabella. Next item is 13, board member requests for items to be placed on next month's agenda. Dr. Gottardy, if possible, could we get a report on snack sales in the high schools and the limitations or guidelines for those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we have to vote on it first. That's my request. Anyone else have a request from the administration for an item? Ms. Wolff?
How soon in advance do we look at the calendar for next year?
We just approved.
It's already been approved for next year.
Oh, for
Yeah.
next year, for the.
You mean the following year?
Yeah. That'll be
In the
December.
fall of this coming year.
Okay.
Do you need a report on that or something? No? Okay. All right. All right. 14, discussion and possible action regarding board member requests for reports from the administration. I've made a motion. I would like to make a motion to ask for a report on snack sales.
Second.
Second, Mr. Wheat. Thank you so much. Is there any further questions or discussion on that item? And Dr. Gottardy, I'm not asking for anything very time-consuming or anything, just kind of a report information for us.
We already have that information.
Great.
It won't take us any time at all. Thank you.
I appreciate that. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next item is 15, adjournment. We are adjourned. It's 8:09. Let's get to the football game. Thank you, board.